Welcome to another devotional from One Church Brighton in our lockdown life. It's not quite lockdown at the moment, is it? We're a bit confused about what is going on. It's not anywhere in that kind of full lockdown state, but it's not anywhere near helpful yet, is it? We've got some freedoms, but yeah, there's a whole lot of uncertainty of things that we don't know, things that we have no idea how life is going to pan out. And I wonder how you're doing with that still. I know I'm finding it a bit hard, and I'm sensing that feels like we're walking out onto thin ice and just kind of testing the weight of the ice, seeing if it's going to break. And it's that tension that I feel quite a lot at the moment of thinking, how is life going to pan out? And in the midst of that, we put these devotionals in to help us reflect and remember that there's a God who loves us and a bigger perspective to our lives than just the immediate, and that informs the immediate that we have going on around us. Now, one of my highlights of lockdown life has been continuing to do my course in spiritual direction. I sit in this lovely shed every Tuesday night, and I'm transported to a world beyond my house and beyond Brighton. I get to sit with 16 other people and think about how we could be spiritual directors, how we can bring and pay attention to the reality of God in this world. And that's a brilliantly exciting thing to be doing, and I've loved doing that this year. And bizarrely, it's been the most refreshing evening of the week in lockdown. It's a Zoom call and it's refreshing, and it's been worth attending even in extreme tiredness. I thought today is going to be quite a simple meditation. Me and my small group had to lead our meditation for our course this week, and I thought it was quite rich and quite interesting because I didn't write any of it, and it's a really helpful just little quiet meditation to help us refocus and recenter ourselves on God. So we're going to do that this week. So as ever, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, maybe get a cup of tea, stick your headphones in and go for a walk. And we're going to listen to a poem that one of my small group wrote, a beautiful poem. And then there'll be some reflection questions as some pretty music from Martin Joseph plays. I'll then read the poem again, and then you can choose what you do with that. You can dig deeper into those questions, you can read the poem some more, or you can just head out into your day aware that there's a bigger reality that holds you. Thank you. Here's Mark's poem. Look perpendicular, not across but down, straight down. Your gaze will pierce the incessant flow by the crashing weir. By the grace of today's light you may perceive, deep below the surface, fixed, impossibly anchored, green strands of life, as tender as grass stalks in a meadow, which tomorrow will be gathered and thrown into the fire, but even now steady, slowly swaying like easy dancers, unself-conscious, the music in their blood playing in their souls. Here is nature at prayer. Look perpendicular, not across but down, straight down. Your gaze will pierce the incessant flow by the crashing weir. By the grace of today's light you may perceive, deep below the surface, fixed, impossibly anchored, green strands of life, as tender as grass stalks in a meadow, which tomorrow will be gathered and thrown into the fire, but even now steady, slowly swaying like easy dancers, unself-conscious, the music in their blood playing in their souls. Here is nature at prayer. Have you ever felt impossibly anchored? What was it that anchored you? experienced a change of perspective, allowing you to see something you had previously overlooked. What was that change? How did it make you feel? Where have you experienced green shoots of life? In your day, in lockdown, in prayer, in silence? At what times do you feel most free and unself-conscious? How do you respond to that feeling? How does it resonate in your heart? Look perpendicular, not across, but down, straight down. Your gaze will pierce the incessant flow by the crashing weir. By the grace of today's light, you may perceive, deep below the surface, fixed, impossibly anchored, green strands of life, as tender as grass stalks in a meadow, which tomorrow will be gathered and thrown into the fire, but even now steady, slowly swaying like easy dancers, unself-conscious, the music in their blood playing in their souls. Here is nature at prayer.